I discovered this new bookstore in my hometown, and man, there's like 4 of them on my commute to work. And I've probably hit that bookstore twice over the past 2 weeks, each one of them. And I've been collecting all these books now, and I'm starting to collect this stack of books that I'm not actually making any progress on because of the burden I feel like it is becoming for me to actually read the book. About 3 years ago, I exited the military. While I was in, I had the honor of being able to train and mentor thousands of Marines. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm only 32 years old, and I find myself dealing with some of the same things that I was helping other Marines deal with while I was in the military. One of those things being procrastination. You know, it's not just reading the book for me now. Now it's reading a chapter, going through that and kind of working through that in it's my own way, and trying to get the information from the book to stick in my brain. I'll go on to ChatGPT and I'll have it, spit me out a 20-question test that's non-multiple choice to test my knowledge of that. And then I'll kind of have that as flashcards to really make the information stick. Well, we only procrastinate the things that we don't really want to do. Like, we don't procrastinate eating good food or, maybe taking a shower or putting on clothes. Those things are easy for us. And I feel like that I put a lot of pressure on myself whenever I read books now, because I want to take in this information, but I've kind of lost sight of the why behind what I'm doing. Joe says, make the first priority, actually enjoying the process. Just read the book to enjoy the book, and don't be upset if you don't take away all the things. And so it made it so much easier for me to start opening books. And literally, after I heard that, I was able to finish the book Make It Stick, is what I was reading at the time. And so that was just so liberating for me. So there's extremes on both ends. There's the hustle culture, hustle bro side, where you're just like working so hard that you lose sight and you're just like grind. And that usually typically leads to burnout. But then there's also the, I'm only doing this for fun and I never get any work done. And it just gave me a little bit of permission to give myself a little bit of a break. And this doesn't apply to all aspects of productivity, right? Because there's some things that we have to do day to day that we don't want to do. And that I will save that for another video, but this is talking specifically on things that you are personally pursuing. So instead of just reading like The Alchemist here, just reading this book and then taking my notes and everything, instead of doing that so aggressively or so rigidly, just be okay with reading it one time, taking the information that I can from the book and being okay with that and not being so rigid or so critical. I think I got some of that perfectionism probably from my military background. And so now the way I'm going to approach dealing with procrastination is ask myself, well, is this something that I really want to do? And if it's not, then I'm just not going to do it, as long as it's within my control. And if it is something that I want to do, then I'm going to make sure that it's something that I enjoy doing. And I'm actually enjoying making this video. And it's because of why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I want other people that might be going through this similar experience as me to maybe I can share some information that would be helpful. Maybe if I watched this 2 years ago, maybe it would help me as well. Because I tell you, there's been so many times that I've just been so hard on myself. Imagine yourself as your own boss. And if you had a boss that walked into the room and just demanded perfectionism of you, you'd be like, screw that guy. And I have a tendency of doing that to myself. And so I hope this was helpful. This is one of those things that's procrastination is inevitable. I deal with procrastination every single day. But it's just taking it one day at a time, one little thing at a time, and just, keep grinding, keep learning, keep growing. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good week.